ding, 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 ding. Chatting shit.
Chatting shit with Denuja and Sunthar. Denuja.
Hi.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for having this conversation.
Thanks for conversing with me.
Conversating.
I don't think that's a word. I thought that initially, and then I was like,
Is conversating not a word?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I guess not. But it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I haven't heard much about you, so I want to learn about you.
Yes.
All I know of you is that you've done this incredible cover that I just heard.
Thanks.
And I was in the other room when you were recording it, and I was shooketh.
Oh.
So tell me about you. You grew up in South London.
South in it.
Another South one.
Yeah.
Like Prit?
South of it. Yeah.
Did you know Prit?
Yeah. Me and Prit known each other since we were like little kiddos.
Oh, wow.
We went to the same vocal teacher.
Nice.
We played netball together. We're like
netball. Is that like basketball?
It's like basketball, but better. I'm joking. But that's really controversial.
Wait, do you guys call basketball netball?
No. It's a different sport.
Oh.
Basketball, you can do this. You can bounce the ball and run. Netball, you can't. You got to stay. You catch the ball.
So you travel the whole time?
No, you can't move. Once you get the ball, you have to stay still, and then you got to pass it. Okay, right. I want to get from A to B. I want to pass the ball from A to B. Yeah. I'm not allowed to. Like, there has to be a player here for me to get from A to B. I'm not allowed to run from A to B. Does that make sense?
No, that's really complicated.
Okay. Basically,
yeah.
I played netball with Prit.
Okay. You don't want to explain the game to me. So.
I mean, if you want, I can explain.
Fine. Okay. Fine. Okay. You sang together, you played ball together, so you grew up in South London.
South London.
How's the vibe there? What's the vibe there? Tell me, I'm a Canadian.
You know what, South get a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because it's actually a really beautiful area.
Right.
There's a lot of greenery.
Yeah.
There's great food places.
Yeah.
I'm really promoting South.
Yeah.
I was meant to whack the table.
Shit, don't do that.
Don't whack the table.
The sound guy will get really mad. Don't do that. Yeah.
It's a passionate topic. Because all my friends are like from East or North and stuff. And they're like, one of my mates is like, oh, I'm coming south. Do I need a bulletproof vest? I'm like, actually relax. Like, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. So when they come for the first time, they're like, whoa, this is actually really pretty. And I was like, yeah, thanks. Yeah, it is. I grew up in a great area. Thank you.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, yeah, fine.
We get the same shit in Toronto, East Toronto, Scarborough.
Really?
Yeah. Have you been to Toronto?
Yeah. Well, once, yeah.
Yeah.
Years ago.
So we have like the East, which is where most multicultural sort of immigrant communities and Tamils live. It's like the most Tamils live in Scarborough.
Yeah, Scarborough, yeah.
Yeah, but we get shit on all the time about like, oh, it's the ghetto and all these things.
Don't take it.
Yeah, like fuck off. Fuck off, mate. Dickhead. Yeah, sorry, that's my British coming out. You grew up in South London. Tell me a bit about your musical journey and how South London influenced that. You learned Tamil music or classical Tamil music?
Yeah, I learned classical. So I think since I was like 3, I would say. Yeah. My mum took me to our local Tamil school. Yeah. Learned Carnatic music there. Yeah. And then that's where it all started. Yeah. She was just like, okay, as a kid she can sing all right. Like she's hitting these notes, she's all right. And then as I got to, then she started, basically, I'm an only child in it. So she put me in everything extracurricular you can think of. Like I had no spare time growing up. If it wasn't violin, it was swimming, it was karate, it was like literally, because she thought I'd grow up bare like antisocial. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna chuck you in everything and anything. So I ended up learning a lot of instruments when I was younger as well in school.
Nice. What kind of instruments? What do you play?
Violin, vina. I learned drums for a bit. I learned guitar for a bit. I learned piano for a bit.
So you're a full band basically.
Yeah, but I can't say I'm good at any of them. But I learned them and then just like that was it. Like it came in like it was good to keep me distracted. Yeah. And then when I got to secondary school, that's when I was like, okay, I actually really enjoy doing music and stuff. Like you have your like school music lessons where you're on the keyboard, you're like DJ, like all of that. But then like my friends were making dead tracks like that, but I was like, actually, I want to make a good song.
I want to make real music.
I want to make real music.
Like sorry.
And then my music teacher was like, you're not bad. You're all right. You're decent, mate. You're decent. And I was like, okay, cool. And then like it's just for me growing up, I think music was a way of like, I don't know, because I was like being an only child, you're naturally quite shy and like to yourself, innit? You're like you just enjoy your own company. Yeah. But as soon as you start like socializing with like other musicians and stuff, I was like, okay, fine. This is I'm finding my personality a little bit more. And then when I was 11 or 12, our school got the chance to perform at the Royal Opera House. So I was in an opera for like 3 or 4 years. That was like one of the coolest things I've ever done. Like we were part of the children's chorus and you're on like a world-renowned stage and like people are paying like hundreds of pounds for these tickets.
Yeah.
And we're all like, we were playing like called Carmen. I don't know if you know. It's like a French opera, but it's based in like Spain, like 19 something Spain.
Wow.
And we were all like children, part of like the children's chorus.
Yeah.
So we had to wear old school corsets and skirts and get mud covered in mud. We had to be like really like naughty kids on stage. And obviously like these are all professionals that have had years of experience. They're like all like proper acting on stage and we're all like like being little shits in the corner. But it was so cool because you like in an opera, there's no microphones, there's nothing. Everything relies on your voice. Like it's when you hear an opera singer like just them by themselves radiating to a whole flipping room, you're like your voice is mad. And there were like 100 of us singing, and like that was no match for like that one person like singing like that. So that was cool. Like I got like exposure to that really early.
Would you say that clicked something for you, that moment?
Yeah.
Or opera in general?
Yeah. I mean, I've always loved performing. Like I didn't perform like in big crowds or anything, but like when my mum would come home, I'd be like, okay, right, sit down, I've got a little performance for you, like whatever CD that I'd got for that month. I think my first CD was like Sugar Babes, Black Eyed Peas. I think she got me like 3 different CDs, and I take them, I put them in like a little CD player and like write down the words, be like, okay, right. As soon as my mum came home, like, you have to sit down, I like pull all like like the clothes rails, I'll put like clothes on there and come out with a mic and be like, hey mama, is that and she was like, yeah, so good, very good, nalla part. So yeah, that's when I've always liked to perform. I think I prefer performing more than recording. I just like the vibe of it.
And your mom's always encouraged it.
Yeah, my mom and dad have always been like, yeah, go on stage, like so much. But I think as I've grown older, I've less been, when you go to a party and they're like, Denuja, I'm like, no, like straight up, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, but
and then they'll be like, legit.
They're like, I'm like, Amma, I don't know half these people. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm literally there like, bruv, I don't even know half the people here. I came because of the food, I'm just sat there like, hi everyone, and and they're just like, who's this girl? Like, is she even related to any of us? But yeah.
Tamil parents has the right thing. Like, if anything is not going right, it's just like, so why did you go to school?
Yeah.
What did you study?
Yeah.
Like, not how to fucking fix the internet if the internet is down.
You know what? Yeah. When I I'm studying to be an accountant at the moment. I've got a couple more exams. But when I told home that I wanted to be an accountant, my dad flipped. Yeah. Like he was so mad.
An accountant?
Yeah. So I because that last minute I changed plans and I was like, you know what? I actually want to go into finance and I want to be an accountant or whatever.
Yeah.
And when I told my dad, he was just like, what? Like, and I was like, I thought he'd be happy, like, maybe a stable job. Like, and he was like, well, like, why did you do music all these years then? Like, he was angry. Like, he was like, he had hopes and he was like, I was going to like do this with music, this, that. And I was just like, sorry.
You never hear that.
You never hear that. I was really surprised. Yeah. Because my mum was like, yeah, do what you want. If you want to do that, do that. Yeah. And my dad was like hurt. Like, he was like, raw, like, what about all these years of music and you suddenly want to
You're
change
supposed
career?
To be a star. What do you mean?
Yeah. I think he kind of felt like that. Yeah. But I think now they're just both happy that I keep it on the side. Yeah. Or like carry on with it. Because it'd be so upsetting if I just didn't like straight up stopped it. Do you know what I mean?
Are you still doing accounting?
I am. I've got 3 more exams and then I'm...
Fun times.
No. 3 more exams in 4 weeks and then I should be done. Cool.
Well, then you'll be the musical accountant.
That's really...
I don't know. Dry. It does. But I tried to make it interesting, but I didn't know what to do with that.
I know. I'd see, like, after I'm qualified, like, I don't really want to work for a bit. I just kind of want to... I lost touch with my music side for a really long time. And this is the first project that has kind of, like, inspired me a little bit again. Like since last year, I'd say. Last year, maybe before last year, I was just like, no, I'm not feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. Like, with music, it's so hard because you have to feel like you're putting out your best work. Yeah. And you've got to feel inspired. You can't just one day be like, okay, today I'm going to write a song, sit there, and it just turns up. It's not like that.
Did you find that during lockdown that your inclination towards music and your appetite to create more increased, or did you find that it affected it in any way, or how was your lockdown?
I feel like at the start, because you have so much more time, I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to do so much stuff.
Yeah.
I think I did about 2 or 3 videos.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, It got to a point where I was doing, like, I do my 9-to-5 job. I like look at it and I'll be like, this is meant to be my release. Why does it now feel like a chore? And I looked at it and I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. And I just put it off again, week after week after. I look at, do you know what I mean? And I got to the point where I'm like, why am I forcing myself to do it? This is meant to be like making me happy. Like, this is meant to be like fun. Yeah. The second it became like a chore or like, I don't know, I just can't be bothered to do it. I was like, no, fuck it. Like, if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I was in that mindset for a really long time. And I kept making up excuses and being like, oh, there's like the market's really like saturated. Like, you know, there's bare people. Everybody can sing now. Everyone can sing now. And I was like, what's the point? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm not bringing anything new to the table.
Yeah.
And then when Hish messaged and he was like, do you want to do this? I was like, fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get some sort of like good energy back.
Something to work towards.
Yeah. And then when we went into the studio for the first time, I was like, oh my God, I fucking love this. Like, literally, I was like, why have I not done this for so long? It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping like this is the kick I needed. Like, for ages, I was just like, and also when you're on your own in the pandemic, you don't have people to be like, come on, get your ass up, like do it. Whereas when you're in the studio with everyone, it's like, it's that vibe, isn't it? Everyone's pushing you, everyone's kind of making you like, do it and like believe in yourself, I guess.
And when you're in that environment, you get to bounce off of other people.
Ideas. It's just so fun and it's such good energy. And I really missed it. So I'm hoping maybe.
No, I mean, I think it's Jamspot has something very interesting in terms of everybody's coming at it from a different length of musical career, different stages in their musical career.
Definitely,
And so when you bring all these people together, there's also creative ideas and things that bounce around.
Otherwise, you would never have had the chance to like us to me or like half of these people like I've never met before, but through this, like, it's given such a good platform because we're all like in our own little bubbles. And this is the only thing that's like brought all the creatives together. It's so sick. I was telling Hish, I was like, this is such a good idea. Why has this not happened before? So many people just make music and just like me would have just like been like, fuck it, like I do it when I want. This like puts you like gives you the platform. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's happening now. It's happening with us.
Love it.
So
it was really fun.
And that's incredible. Your musical influences. Growing up, you said you listened to, was it Black Eyed Peas?
I love Black Eyed Peas.
Really?
Yeah. You love Black Eyed Peas?
I don't know if I can name a song. I probably could, but...
You can... Where is the love, the love... That's classic Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
Pump it louder.
That's
classic Black Eyed Peas. I wouldn't say they're my favourite, but that was the first CD that I got.
Yeah. I must admit, I listen to a lot more Tamil music than I do English
music.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What are your favourite Tamil musicians or artists or albums or songs, whatever?
I haven't really listened to anything as of recent. That's why when I came up with the track,
fine,
when I came up with the track, I wanted to do something like that I grew up with.
Yeah.
So like obviously like Minnale and stuff, like Bagging, Alobai, their album Bagging, Boys album Bagging. Come on. Boys, like I can sing every fucking word on that song.
Even the Pleaser one?
Please. Oh, God. Wait, you know what?
The actual music in that, I mean, the vocals are so underrated in that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So when we used to go, this is bringing back memories. So when we used to, my mum would pick us up from school and we'd be on our way to netball. And me and my friends would each do all the harmonies like, please, sir, please. What? Like, all of that.
Yeah.
It was so good. I love that
album. 3 things we don't know about you. Or I don't know about you. There's a lot of fucking things I don't know about you.
Yeah.
So that you want to share, obviously.
Anything interesting?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was in Tanzania for 3 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
What were you doing there? Working?
I was doing charity work there.
Cool.
But I'd say that was like one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. Was it recently?
It was in 2018.
Nice. The good old days.
The good old days. when we had a life. It was really good.
Yeah.
That was one of the best things I've ever done, I think. Like, we were just kind of like thrown in a remote village with we weren't allowed to call home or anything. So it was 8 weeks, no contact with my mom and dad.
That's scary.
It was so scary.
Yeah.
Like, you every day,
Did you sign up for that, or was it?
Yeah, I signed up for it, and honestly, the morning of it, I was in tears. I was like, "Oh man, without them go." She's like, "No, I want them to go." I was like, "Yeah, but I have to. I paid for it." And then, it was good. It was sick.
Putting music online is different from performing or putting anything online. That's why I don't fucking put any. I do TikToks once in a while. People are like, "Oh, where's your stand-up?" And I'm like, "You'll have to come to a show because I don't want to see my stand-up, and that's why I don't put it online."
Yeah, I know. Right? I feel you.
So, how do you feel like putting out your music online? What was your first cover experience like, or is there something that stands out in terms of your journey so far in putting your work online?
Obviously, like when I first started it, I was like, I think my first video was on YouTube when I was like 14, 15. And that was like old school YouTube. So I had my webcam, like my big monitor webcam, and the quality was so bad. Yeah. And like anything I sing would clip. Like it was like that. But it's just me on my piano singing Battlefield by Jordan Sparks. Yeah. So that was my first time I put anything on YouTube. And I remember being so petrified. But obviously back then, it's not a big deal. Like, do you know what I mean? Anyone would put anything on YouTube. Yeah. Like, you'd take a video of your cat and put it on YouTube. Like, do you know what I mean? It was like that. But it's changed. I would say in the last 3 years, 3-4 years, it's changed so much to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep up with it. Like, especially the social media side. I know to be successful in this field, you've got to be on top with your social media because it's so important. Like the way everything's moving now, it's crazy. Yeah. But it's just, I find it so, it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of, I don't know, like it's hard to express yourself as yourself. Like it's not 100% me. You have to create a persona. You have to create a persona. Yeah. And I feel like if people don't like that persona, then they just don't like you. They're not going to listen to your music. They don't give a shit. Yeah. And then what's the point, right? If you're going to lose out on your authenticity and who you are. And then when people like actually meet you in person, they're like, oh, you're really different to what you're like on social media.
Because
I'm like,
nobody would like me if I was me.
Exactly, because I chat. But it's I don't know, like obviously like the quality, in terms of quality and like the content people are putting out now is so good. Yeah. Like it's so unique. It's so different to anything we would have experienced back then. Yeah. But additionally, it's pressure, isn't it? Like to succeed in this field, you've got to be consistent. Yeah. You've got to be good at your social media. Like I think like you can make it far if you've got a personality. Yeah. Like your music can be shit, but if you've got a banging personality and if you're like good social media presence, then you're good. Yeah. And that's the time, like that's the age we live in now, unfortunately. Like that's all it like kind of depends on. Yeah. But
I watched an interview with Shah Rukh Khan and he talked about being an actor and said he said there's one thing that stood out and it's very similar to what you just said. And it was that he's not the best actor and he knows he's not the best actor, but people fucking love him. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah. People love him for who he is. Yeah. And that's why he's successful. Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's true. As creatives, we always get caught up, I think, in the sense that, oh, this cover has to be amazing or this, this comedy has to be really funny. This TikTok has to be incredible.
No, yeah, I agree.
But the reality is that's not you, right? People fall in love with who you are when they meet you or they see you or whatever that looks like. Right?
I agree. I completely agree. It's difficult. Like it goes back to the market being so saturated. Yeah. You've got to differentiate yourself. Like Cardi B. She was only given that platform to start making music because her personality was just so like she's crazy. And like people were like, okay, fine. Like her personality is jokes. Let's actually listen to music and it's all right. Yeah. Like you've got to. That's just the world we live in now. Yeah. It's just changed so much. Yeah. Like from I guess when you're younger you don't really deep these things. But as you grow older, you're like from an outside point of view, you're like, whoa, like it's mad. Like people's whole lives depend on this, like the social media side of things. Yeah. So I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, okay, let me have a go. And then I do like one thing and I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay to take a break from, there's so much pressure to like constantly put shit out, constantly put music out, constantly put whatever out. Yeah. So it's good to take a break.
Definitely, especially for your mental health. Like you need it. Like you having such an online, big online presence, I guess you're open to more criticism and you're more open to like people chatting shit about you, right? Yeah. So like sometimes you just need to be like,
that's it.
Give me a break. Give me a break. I'll deal with it when I'm good. When I'm like in the zone again.
Yeah.
No, I'll take it back. Like, I feel like I needed this past year and a half just to be like, you know what? Stop being lazy. Get up and do something. Like it's been really reflective. I've had a reflective pandemic.
I've been realizing a lot of things. This year has been a year of realizing.
But no, it's been good. Like I'm so glad like this happened, or like an opportunity like this happened, because like after exams I would have been lost and been like, I don't know what to do with my music. I honestly, I was so close to being like, I don't want to do it ever again. And then like obviously my parents have been like, we spent all this money. But
yeah. Well, you've heard it here first. I think you're going to get 100,000 views.
No.
Within at least a month.
Are you serious?
Yeah. After I've heard that cover and I see what's there, I think I'm calling it now that this is going to blow you up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's also inspired you to do more.
Yeah. Right? This track is so me, and that's why I love it. I'm so passionate about this track. Like Period did so well.
Yeah.
Because literally from the start process to the end, I was just like, I have a kind of vibe that I like music that I listen to.
Yeah.
But I also love Tamil music. Like I'd love to fuse them both together. Like even when I do my covers, I always take the melody and then just kind of like R&B it up a bit.
Yeah,
so when I was explaining this to Piri, and then we got in the studio, we made it, and I was like, this is so me. Like this is what, I just love this track so much. So I hope people like it.
Chills. I think it's going to be incredible.
Okay, good.
What do you want to see come out of Jamspot? Or who do you want to see on Jamspot?
Ooh, I feel like I've only heard this track and Prit's track.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to, I think most people are doing like a live, like instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to all of them actually.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any other tracks.
Yeah.
I heard Perry's this morning.
Nice.
Sahi's gonna bang, obviously.
Yeah.
Sahi's just Sahi. Yeah.
Cool. Is there anybody you want to work with? It doesn't have to be in Jamspot, but like, you know, if it could be anybody.
Yeah.
It could be Beyonce for fucking who cares. But like, if there's one artist you had to choose to work with.
Oh, my favorite group of all time. I feel like people won't know them. Do you know Western?
I don't.
Okay, they're a UK group, and honestly, every single song is just gives me goosebumps. Yeah. So if I could, I would love the chance to work with them. They're
amazing.
So cool. They're so cool.
Anything else you'd like to share? Putting you on the spot.
No. No, I just hope people appreciate like all the hard work that's gone on behind the scenes. Like it's not just us. It's like there's a huge team behind it.
Yeah.
And like it's been a big project. I know everyone's been bare nervous. But I'm really hoping this goes well and people actually enjoy it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Denuja, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Jamspot.
Jamspot.
Jamspot.